Plus, Falcon?
I mean, I have it, yes, but it from there.
Alright, here we are in the top left-hand side of the map. Representing TS Gaming, it's Solar.
And in the bottom left, it's Dream.
Alright, is it really a TvZ best of 7? Is it really an Afreeca world if we don't have a proxy 2 racks? Or multiple? I bet we'll see more than one this series.
No, I mean, if there were no proxies in this whole series, I would be shocked beyond belief.
I mean, you only have so many builds. And you're like, alright, let's do it. Now, one thing that I'm curious of is, did Dream watch Solar's match versus Bomber? By the way, this is potentially going to get scouted here. Oh, Terrence, why do you proxy Solar? He always spots it. He's just the magic man.
Oh, yeah. He is.
Like, Solar gets proxied a lot because he plays a lot in Afreeca world. And this game is no exception. This one's going to be a little bit more successful than the one we saw in the first match of today.
Yeah, both barracks are going to finish. Drone's showing up, but a little bit too late. So there's not much they can do here. They recognize that. They're going to try to kill the SCVs, but the move speed is the same, so good luck with that.
Yeah.
They can prevent bunkers from going down. They can pull that off, but not much else at this point.
Yeah. Do you think Dream's going to commit to this, or is he already planning up his follow-up? Oh, there's one bunker on the way.
I think he's committing.
This is a lot of drones getting pulled here by Solar.
You need to. You can't let this bunker finish or you're toast.
Alright, Drone's looking to get a good angle on these Marines. Microing back so far. Dream's getting some good kills here. That bunker is potentially going to get on up here as another one starts. Oh, man. Was that just kind of like a blundered defense there?
The Zerglings are out. If they can shut down the secondary bunker, they might be okay, but I'm not even sure they're ready to try it quite yet.
He gets shot down as it pops out. That is not good for the Zerg. He needs every single unit he can muster. The Lings are going to now dive on top of this, but Solar, he quickly abandons that as he knows there's a bunker that Dream will retreat to. Dream's going to get this Overlord potentially. Solar's trying to save it as well as he can. Dream wants to get this, but he knows he can't overcommit.
Drones down, bunker now.
Boy, the Marines make it into the bunker. SCV's going to start repairing them, though, and this is really going to hurt Solar trying to make this hold happen. And I don't know if it's actually going to happen. These Marines spraying out of this, and WW as Dream cheeses his way into a 1-0 lead in this best of 7.
Impressive, young man. Impressive winning a game number 1 against Solar, who, again, we've said is terrifying in these. He wins Afreeca Worlds, like, as often as you go to the grocery store, man. This guy's super good.
Once every 2 weeks?
Yeah. I mean, wow. I don't know. I don't want that got scouted, man. That was scouted.
It's like literally a coin flip. 2 racks. Whether it gets scouted or not, like, I swear, it's just like 50-50 every game. It's so bizarre. It's just this magic power.
I mean, it did matter a lot. The second barracks got completed.
It did, yes.
The drones were able to stop that from happening. That's a huge thing. So,
it's just,
that is a big deal.
I
don't know if it's
so
as
bizarre. Alright. We can talk about that more here. Let me just swap over the scene. Spawning in the top left-hand side of the map, it's TS Gaming Solar.
And in the bottom right, he's blue. He's Terran. From Bravestar, it's Dream.
So, the reason why lately I've just been, like, under the belief that a 2-racks is, like, complete RNG, like 50-50 coin flip, it's because we have situations in which the Zerg will scout it perfectly, and then they'll still die to it. There's situations which the Zerg won't scout it, and then they'll defend it fine. And it's just, it makes no sense, right?
Do you have an example of a professional Zerg player not scouting in proxy racks at all and winning?
It happens.
Okay.
Like, it does. Or very, like, last-minute scouts or whatever. Like, it really does happen. Then there's also
But I mean,
Zergs
like,
opening with, like, 16 pools. It's so weird. I don't know. It does happen, though. Like, Zergs will defend a 2-Rax without scouting it sometimes. Or very, very late scouting.
right.
Reaper on the way here. Command center getting fired on up. I'm curious how Dream's going to play this. Whether we'll see like some mech shenanigans or whether he's just going to go play bio like Bomber did.
I really think today Bio's your best bet.
You think so?
I don't think mech does not have a good result at all in the current meta or the last meta or the one before that, to be honest. Like, Ruff talks about it all the time. Like, even at his level, we're not talking like BlizzCon level here. We're talking Ruff's level of StarCraft. That he can't get mech to work.
Seriously? No, he says that all the time though, and then all he does is mech anyway.
But I'm just saying, there have been times when I've watched Ruff and he gets stuff done and he's not complaining about it. That has not been the last 6 months.
Yeah, I don't know.
But you're right. He's a complainer. It's fair.
There's a lot of
race
complainers
has their
out
complainers. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he can complain like a design thing, but not like a balance thing. Anyway, here we are. Command center on the way. Third command center, that is. Very quick here for Dream. Just going to macro up heavily versus Solar. Polar opposite of a 2-Rax. Reaper wants to get that creep tumor, but it is quarter past not happening. 2 Hellions gonna join on up here in the army for Dream as he's producing more, but then just getting up his 3rd CC, his extra racks on the way. Terran production really gets delayed by going for a 3rd CC, but once he's pretty much saturated on 2 bases, that with the extra mule dropping, that's when the economy really kicks on in. And where the Terran really takes off. And so far, it seems like Dream's just going to get away with this. No problem, no issue. As Solar is just macroing up like a normal Zerg.
Yeah, absolutely. No sign of pressure whatsoever here. Now starting your lair at about 4 minutes. Spreading that creep.
Double eBay on the way for Dream too. Just being a big old greedy Terran.
Requirement, man. That double eBay, you show up 10 minutes with 1-1 or no upgrades, you're gonna die. Don't do that.
Stimpack on the way here for Dream. Finished up, actually. +1 combat shield on the way. Macro-wise, the Zerg does have a lead. Solar just a master of droning up. He's just not scared at all, but Dream already has his 3rd CC landed. Whereas the Zerg is just getting up his 4th base.
Nice window where Dream's macro is going to be pretty good. Economy's going to be pretty darn healthy, and he's pushing out for some of that good old harassment.
Good old Terran harassment. Couple of Hellions, couple of Marines. Or a few Marines. Fair few. Now these Marines stimming, are they going to get the Queens? Oh, one of them. Oh, doesn't quite get it. Baneling's going to force the Terran back. This skirmish is going on, though. Dream focuses down most of the Banes. He gets all but 2 of them that force him away. A couple more in tow as well. A scan goes down. Dream coming in fast and furious here as he's pushing on into his opponent.
Oh, no Queens have died, though. That's so big.
Yeah, it really is. Looks like a few Banelings have died. Not much of the Terran has died as well, but still this is very, very good for Solar. The fact that he's defending this first wave with relative ease. Dream, though, should have a second following this up. Scan goes down as Dream's moving on in, trying to keep that creep of the Zerg back. 1-1 on the way. Dream will have his 1-1 done slightly before Solar's, but nothing too significant yet. He's just focusing on getting up all of his racks as well, so no massive push coming soon. I wouldn't even be surprised if we see a 4th command center go up for Dream after this.
I agree, and the timing would make sense for it.
Drop in the main, drop still continuing on the front. Good defense so far from Solar.
Already deciding to do something different than what he did against Bomber in every game in their series. So this is strange to me that Solar's like, you know what Dream needs? Hydralisk. Okay.
Dream just needs the Hydras.
Yeah. Thinking about it, you know what I need against Dream? Hydras. Yes. Everything else will be the same, just Hydras and no roaches and rabbits.
Solar is like the Hydra guy.
Well, not against that series with Bomber, he wasn't. He didn't make a Hydra the whole time.
I know, which is why it's so weird.
Yeah, that was a weird series. Ooh, forces a cancel on that
That's
5th.
Nice. It is just the 5th, though. Solar has secured up his 4th, which is generally very good for the Zerg.
Yeah.
Dream is doing a good job of pushing the creep back this game, though. Like, it's very far back for their 8 minutes in the game at this point.
100%. And even as a Zerg player, one of the things I like watching most is just Marines clearing creep like that. It's just satisfying. Just pop, 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 pop. Gone. Creep recedes. It's nice. Of course, if I'm playing, I hate it, but I can appreciate the aesthetics.
It's treason, then.
Suppose it is. See, look at this. Just how nice. Pow,
yeah,
pow,
it's pretty
pow,
beautiful.
pow. Zerglings say, get out of our neighborhood. I'm gonna throw down 8 creep tumors just to spite you.
I think that's got to be pretty satisfying as a Zerg, right?
Just
like whatever.
10 creep tumors.
Spend your 300 minerals to kill my creep. I don't care. Marines now moving in on the right side. Gonna get this creep tumor as well. Actually getting close towards the base, but they will be repelled by the Lings, by the Hydras. And now we're seeing the big push start for Dream. He's close to maxing out. Solar's looking for a counterattack, but Dream has units back at home. And man, on Triton here, the Terran is looking to push on in. A good number of siege tanks, a good number of bio. And the fact that the Zerg has been committing a lot into Hydras has taken away some of his gas to add into his Baneling count, so that's taken a while. He does finish up about another 20, though, so he's got 32 Banes out, and this is a lot of Zerg trying to pounce on top of this.
Fainted. Fainted and decided not to go for it. A lot of SCVs are dying back there. Okay.
Yeah, the Terran player standing strong with this wall of siege tanks behind, just shelling into the Zerg every step of the way here. And Solar's army is really just thinning out. Dream has to retreat now, but he's taking a favorable trade on the retreat. The Baneling's just getting nullified here while Dream is taking counter damage back at home. His push is looking strong right now. The Baneling count is really, really dropping right now while there's more Hydras and Lings on the way. I don't know if Solar's going to be able to clean this up.
I think Dream needs to reposition one of these tanks close enough to actually hit that hatch if he can.
Yeah, for now he's just retreating.
Nice
Nice concave here for Solar in this engagement with his Hydras, putting out as much DPS as they can. The Terran, though, still pushing forward. The supply lead is there, and with the Banelings popping out but not getting a lot done, this is looking real scary for the Zerg.
Yeah, Queens are gone. It's pretty much just Hydra at this point. The macro hit stopped, and that's it.
Wow.
Dream takes it.
A 2-0 lead against Solar. Beautiful play there by the Terran player.
What did Dream eat for breakfast today? This guy, he is ready to rock. He went down 2-0 against Zest, and I was like, he's not ready.
Yeah,
he's
what
not
a play.
ready today. You know, I like him a lot, but he's not going to do very well here. But since then, he's won every single game, 4 in a row now,
Wow.
against some of the stiffest composition we've ever seen at Africa World. So, I mean, not too shabby. Did we lose you?
Yes.
Ah. Oh, we're back.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
okay.
quit because it started, but players are in the wrong spot.
Ah, fair enough. Here, antsy. Ants in their pants. Solar.
Yeah, I mean, Solar asked for this to be a best of 5. I mean,
makes sense.
can't really blame a pro player for wanting to play less. Like, if you could work less for the same amount of money, would you?
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Alright, it's best of 7. And this man, in the bottom right-hand side of the map, he's got himself a 2-0 lead. It's Dream.
And in the top left, he's red. He's Zerg. He is Solar.
When's the last time Solar was in an Afreeca World that he didn't win?
That is a great question.
I know he's lost like a few because we used to have the thing very consistently in which we'd invite the winner back.
All right, so we're going back all the way to, let's see, Africa World 16, where he beat Keen 4-2. He beat Supernova 4-0 in 17. In 19, he 4-0'd Fantasy. In 20, he 4-0'd Scarlet.
Oh my
In
gosh.
21, he 4-1 Sort of. In 35, he 4-1 Creator. In 40, he 4-1 Bomber. And in 45, he 4-1 Dongregu.
Oh my gosh.
So when we say he's won a bunch of Africa Worlds, he hasn't been challenged in an Africa World since 16. He hasn't lost more than 1 game since 2018 May.
Wow.
So what Dream is doing here is pretty much unprecedented for Solar in Africa World.
Yeah, at least in a finals like this. It's really,
Yeah,
really
exactly.
impressive.
Sick. And he hasn't not made it to the finals either.
I think he might have been eliminated in the round of 4 once.
Well, but that would still show up as a.
Oh, really?
It would show up as like a 3rd place or a 4th place finish.
Huh, you are actually correct about that.
Yeah.
Maybe in one of our 8-man tournaments?
Maybe.
Because he had to have lost at some point, right? Or maybe not.
I mean,
Does this guy just not lose in Afreeca Worlds?
it kind of feels like it.
I feel he must. Maybe he never did lose.
Okay, I'm going back. This is gonna take too much work.
I'm
not doing that.
You. Solar's good at StarCraft, guys.
Let's just say he's really good at StarCraft, and he's especially good in Africa Worlds.
Some players just have their stomping grounds.
Yep. And this is Solar's, but Dream says, "Hey, stomping ground."
Yes. And
This is mine.
Dream's a scary guy at the minute. Because he's one of those
Absolutely.
up-and-comers. He's an old player, but he's an up-and-comer in the minute. And
Yep.
I was talking about this earlier. The motivation to play StarCraft 2, Dream's a guy who has it. Like, he went from
Absolutely.
playing no StarCraft 2 and basically being retired to playing a ton of matches all the time, playing in online cups, playing just on ladder nonstop, rising up, and he's still going hard.
Super hard, as evidenced by today.
Looks like we've got a Medivac and an Armory on the way for Dream, so he's changing it up this game. Gonna try and catch Solar off guard, and it is important to note, while there was an Overlord sent into Scout, it got sent away. These Hellions poking into Solar's 3rd a little bit, but they'll head on out. This is really concerning, though, for Solar. Like, I love the fact that Dream is changing this up like this.
Uh-huh. You gotta keep it mixed. You gotta keep Solar on his toes. You don't keep him on his toes, you just die. So.
This is a good job here keeping the Zerg honest. I mean, a Baneling nest is on the way, but there's not many Lings out. the Baneling Nest isn't done here, and all of a sudden, Hellions and Marines are going to be rolling on up right now. Autobots roll out as those guys transform. Marines pushing on in, and Overlord going to get picked off here. That's a supply block. No more units being produced by Solar. Queens are engaging, but the Marines adding a good amount of DPS onto them. And this is looking very, very tough for the Zerg player right now.
Yeah, I just don't see anything here. I mean, there's not a huge, scary Terran army in either location, but there's, like, nothing to stop it. So, Queen down. Drone's not quite sure where to go.
Oh, no. Hellbats. Drones versus Hellbats is never a good thing.
It's not a good fight. Oh, they had a way out.
Barbecue and GG.
What?
Dream is up 3-0 against Solar. He just turned it on. He just went Super Saiyan.
I would have speechless. Ooh, okay.
He's just
game heart there for a
playing
second.
well.
I got it. Oh, hold on.
Solar is on a mission. Starting before... Wait, who started? Okay, he's trying to remake it. Hey, this guy's going quick.
His APM in lobby creation is like 600.
Lobby creation APM. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Apparently everyone's just hopping out. Okay. We'll remake.
Cool, that's fine. Can roll.
Sure. Why not? There we go. Wow. Yeah. Great games though here to push this tournament towards the end. I mean, there's a chance we could have another 4 maps here. Dream reverse sweep to Zest. Is it time for Solar to reverse sweep Dream?
This seemed like a possibility. It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I just love the choice.
Wait. What am I doing?
Everyone's got a ready on up.
I'm not in there, though. All I have is invite to game. I can't join. Let me restart my client. Something screwy is happening. I think I'm in a lobby, but I wasn't. So.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of a bug.
Yep.
All right.
Sorry for the delay. We're getting back
It's
in.
all good. Solar, Solar is
Start-
chomping at the bit.
Yeah. It's got places to be, man.
Maybe he does. If we check
Morning
Team
time.
Liquid, there's a chance he's set to play in the next tournament.
Very possible. The good news is my StarCraft is installed on an SSD, so I'm in. Let's go.
Mine is also, but that doesn't mean my PC runs flawlessly.
No, does not. So I'm not a huge fan of the Mensk opening screen.
The model just looks like poor quality,
Gross.
right?
Yeah, it's poor quality. He's got this like vacant
Weird
look on
hand.
his face. All he does is wander up there and stand there for 20 seconds. It's like, how? What part of this makes me want to play Mensk in co-op?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
It's just, I don't know. Maybe there's less people on it, but yeah, that is definitely the worst background screen.
100%. I mean, Stetman was annoying.
Oh gosh.
And I really wanted to get rid of Stetman, but like, yeah. Need to
Gosh.
change the screen.
The fact that they didn't let you change it for a time, oh man.
Yeah. I think you need to get us into the game.
Oh. Darn, thank you.
Uh-huh, no problem. But yeah, I mean, I'll take this over Stetman for sure. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, this is so low quality and low effort, it bums me out. I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
it really does.
Like, is this like a wax statue of Emperor Mengs that they're using for this?
I agree 100%. Yeah, it's really
Like,
quite
automated
sad.
it?
Like, makes you wonder how many people are working on SC2 these days.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything about them downsizing the co-op team, though. But I don't know.
Either. I don't know. I just... I don't know. It feels like an effort thing more than like a budget thing, but I guess those are pretty closely related.
Yeah, they probably wanted to hit that BlizzCon deadline or whatever. And someone was like, good enough. All right.
I don't know. It's just like a neutered version of Manx. He's always been this like firebrand who's willing to go with anybody at any time, and this is just like, let me put on some classical music.
Well, even the action itself wasn't bad. I mean, it definitely wasn't great, but like there was always that side to like Mengsk in the story in which he was kind of like peaceful or whatever.
He talked about it, but he was always definitely willing to just.
Well, I mean, like in like his private, like the upper class, like I'm gonna sit back and drink some brandy, or whatever.
Yeah, I guess. Kind of the Southern gentleman aspect of it.
Well, yeah, exactly. Because if you read his book, I Manx, like the amount that he drinks, like thinking back on it now, I didn't realize it when I was reading it, but now I'm like, a lot of scenes in that book started with like pouring a drink or whatever. But yeah, I fully agree.
Yeah.
Particularly since Manx and like I guess the Manx were all about their family or their image. The fact that he just comes on screen looking like garbage, it's like, oh.
Well, dude, put some work into it. Underdog asks, does Solar have an appointment? And maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe he does. Ooh, Fusion Core. Let's do this.
Oh, this is the first new patch BC Rush I've seen.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm all for it. Because from what I saw in the patch notes, I don't think it changed that much.
No, it didn't.
I haven't had a chance to ladder, though, which kind of bums me out as Terran anyway. I've done a bit of Protoss, but I haven't wanted to tank my main account in MMR because I'm so rusty. Hellions diving on in here for Dream. This could be rough for Solar. Drones are getting pulled. Those few Lings being heroes, buffering well enough. These drones are going to run, though. Ling's going to try and stop that shot getting off, but a few are getting cooked on up now. Make that 4 drones in total. 5. Do we have 6? Looks like the answer to that is no so far.
Yeah, Ling's chasing those Hellions on out. The only thing they changed with the battle crew is that it's going to be vulnerable for a second. Well, like literally 1 second after you hit tactical jump.
Yeah, you just need to teleport it out.
Yeah, so it used to be that once you hit tactical jump, it was out, it was gone, you couldn't do anything to it anymore. But now there's a little bit of vulnerability to it, just like using recall if you're Protoss.
Yeah. Is it as long as recall or is it shorter than recall?
It's shorter than recall for sure. It's literally a second of vulnerability and then it's gone. Whereas with recall, it's like 3-4 seconds.
You just have to anticipate the micro just a little bit more.
Yes. What's up, Copenhagen Das? How's it going, Copenhagen Das? You're welcome for streaming StarCraft 2 Underdog. Not sure that I agree with the argument that nowadays it is reduced, but...
No.
I'm glad you're happy. Glad you're here.
I guess nowadays, if you mean the past few months, or like the past month, I don't know, because WCS winding down and stuff. There was still Home Story Cup, though. There's a lot of StarCraft 2 out there.
Right.
Like, you literally cannot go a day without watching a pro StarCraft 2 tournament.
It's true.
Roaches are on the way for Solar. Falcon, how well do Roaches do against a battlecruiser?
Super poorly. Like, incredibly so. Like, unbelievably bad.
Solar's busy trying to deal with Hellions in his natural base. The battlecruiser is in. Kind of just doing his thing here.
Yeah, Roaches in a defensive position are utterly useless. At this point, you just send your Roaches across the map. I mean, I guess there are some Hellions they can handle to some extent.
Yeah,
but
they will
another
help
battlecruiser.
out. We are going to be having mech for Dream in this match. Double Armory Factory on the way. Triple Command Center as the third is floating over now. And the worker count. It looks pretty darn good for the Terran.
It does. Yamatoing down the queens is a good use of motto until corruptors get out, as there is a fire on the way.
Underdog says, oh, I mean Korea, it's getting smaller. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, GSL next year is pretty much confirmed. And seeing as how that's got 32 slots, you got at least 32 pros, so not bad. I wonder when we will get the WCS 2020 announcement. You think we're waiting longer this year or shorter? Because it was like into 2019 for the 2019 one.
That's true. I'm gonna go shorter.
Yeah, I hope so. Because we've had like IEM TvZ announced. Oh, there's that new teleport animation, nice and cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Now, let me tell you, Terrans with that new animation, they'll probably be a little jumpy at first and hesitant, but the more and more they get used to it, they are going to time that down to the last second, just by anticipating how much DP damage the BC is going to take. Oh man, and this is a lot of drones going down here. 8 more drones dying to that battlecruiser. 1-1 on the way here for Dream. He's got to be careful based on the fact that Corruptors are on the way. 9 Corruptors can just start killing off buildings. They'll be able to potentially catch the battlecruisers. As this BC could be in a bit of trouble. He's going to need to teleport out, and there he goes. But there we go. Corruptors now out on the map. Turret's on the way, though, for Dream, so he's going to have himself covered. We're pairing up that battlecruiser. No Thor or anything on the way yet, though, so he could potentially lose a building or lose a command center here. There's no turrets at his natural or anything. The BCs will pick off a Corruptor or two, though. There we go. Some turrets getting fired on up. Roach's Ravagers looking to move on in. There isn't a lot of siege tanks on the ground. Turret gets knocked off.
Poor Copenhagen Doss is like, I chose Cyril to win the whole thing. It's not looking good. No, I mean, Solar's looking
Solar
good.
to win the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's see. I mean, it's not looking great, no. The fact that 1-1 is done for the Terran, the fact that it's just Roach and Corruptor here for Solar, makes things a little bit concerning here. The battlecruiser count pretty good, 2. 4 in total for Dream. It's definitely a nice number. And Solar only now getting up a 4th base is in a bit of a tough spot.
For sure. He really needed... I mean, he wants to be on a 5th base by now. So being on 4 is horrible for him.
The BCs too, even just moving on. And they got to dodge the Corrosive Bob, but there we go. They're going to move on in, teleport out, dump those yams, and they're gone.
So annoying! So annoying.
3 Yamatos, so Solar has to make 3 more Corruptors. He's actually making more, though. Wow. Really taking the battlecruiser threat serious, but it ultimately just detracts from his ability to handle the ground army. Siege tank rolling on up to the 3rd, getting set up. Wall even going up for Dream. That's the little things.
Yep, Swarm Hosts popping out now.
Yeah, BCs are pretty darn good against Swarm Host.
It's true.
And it's not like this is Swarm Host Nidus either.
Nope.
And this is just regular old, do the legwork Swarm Host.
I don't know that I've seen Swarm Host as a response to battlecruisers ever. In StarCraft 2, like not once. This is very interesting.
I mean,
this is your problem right here.
Oh, that's beautiful. The Yamato being dumped. 5 dead Swarm Host.
They do get 1 shot. Pro tip.
Yep. Not a lot doesn't get 1 shot by a Yamato cannon.
Void Rays.
Don't Void Rays get 1 shot?
They did, and then they give him a little bit of a boost at the end of like 34 HP.
Oh, well, GG.
Yeah,
Dream.
Dream.
Just 4-0'd Solar. Just like that.
Dream had a good day.
Yeah, wow. Well played by Dream. It
Gotta
was
say,
almost
when I was
a
looking
really
at this
bad
lineup
day.
a week ago, it wasn't like, oh man, Dream's got this.
I mean, I always thought that it could happen.
Sure.
Yeah,
But I mean,
but
if LaughNgamez put $100 on the winner of these 4 players go, you're not putting it on Dream.
no. I'd,
No.
I'd say it would probably be like 50% on Solar, maybe
Yeah.
like 35% on Zest, 15% on Dream. So
Yeah. That sounds about right. So
his
Dream
result
outliving
today,
the odds.
really, really good result.
Really good result.
Very impressive. Yeah, I do appreciate everyone coming in and tuning on out. I apologize, of course, again for the technical issues there. PC having issues. I will make sure I get that squared away to the best of my ability for the next event. And speaking of the next event, if you want to find out when that's going to be, where it's going to be, a good place to do that is to check out Falcon Paladin's Twitter, along with mine as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Just right below our names there, we each have our YouTube channels with the same name too. Very easy to find. Very unique names. If you put our names into the internet, you'll see stuff related to us and nothing else. So, LaughNgamez, Falcon Paladin will be here in another couple weeks with more Afreeca Worlds. So be here, tell your friends about it. I mean, if you think there's not enough StarCraft content for you, especially at this time of day, then absolutely let your friends know. They can stay up if you're in America. They can wake up a little bit early if they're in Korea, and we can all have a good time together here.
Absolutely. And Underdog in chat saying please cast every Sunday. Falcon and I do cast a lot on our YouTube channels as well. So you can check us out on that.
Well, it could be Sunday where Underdog is too. That's what he's talking about is.
Yeah,
Or
Nation
this time,
Wars
Sundays.
also starts in 6 hours, so make sure to check that out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
All right, yeah. Thanks so much to everyone for tuning on in today. Unless you have anything else to add, we'll probably call it there.
Yeah, that's it. Again, thanks for hanging out. We appreciate the love and especially the discussion in chat, no matter what language it's in. But if it's in English, we can respond to it. So keep that coming. Let us know that you're there.
Yeah. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Have yourself a good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Yes, indeed.